Peace everybody, back with another video. This is breaking. Avenatti sentenced to 30 months in prison for extorting Nike. Judge blasts creepy porn lawyer drunk on perceived power. Yes, so Avenatti has been sentenced to 30 months in prison for extorting Nike. And as you can see here is Michael Avenatti himself, who was the lawyer for Stormy Daniels. And of course, it didn't last very long because Stormy Daniels had got rid of him fired him for being a lawyer to her because she was trying to get President Trump to admit that he did something to her, but apparently that failed miserably. So Avenatti here, 30 months in prison. Creepy porn lawyer Michael Avenatti on Thursday was sentenced to 30 months in prison and 3 years of supervised release for extorting Nike. Yes, so he's been sentenced to 30 months in prison and 3 years of supervised release for extorting Nike. And of course, here's Tom Winter's Twitter accounts of what he has said. And he said, new, Michael Avenatti, best known for his representation of Stormy Daniels in her legal pursuit against Donald Trump, has been sentenced to 2.5 years after Avenatti was found guilty of trying to extort over $20 million. Judge says Avenatti's conduct is outrageous. So yeah, so this is what Tom Winter had put on his Twitter account. The judge blasted Avenatti and said he was drunk on his perceived power of his platform. Yeah, so the judge had blasted Avenatti and told him that he was drunk on his perceived power of his platform. And of course, here's Tom Winter's Twitter account again. As you can see, the judge says Avenatti was drunk on his perceived power of his platform. He notes the charges pending in other cases against him. So Avenatti has other cases against him by stealing money from residents and disabled people or whatever he has done. So Avenatti's not going too far away. Avenatti was convicted by a jury in U.S. District Court in Manhattan in the Nike extortion trial in February of 2020. Yes, so he was convicted at a U.S. District Court in Manhattan in the Nike extortion trial in February of 2020. A federal grand jury previously charged Michael Avenatti with extortion and wire fraud in the case where he was charged with attempting to extort millions of dollars from Nike. So you got this federal grand jury. They previously charged Michael Avenatti with extortion and wire fraud as well, in the case where he was charged with attempting to extort millions of dollars from Nike. According to the complaint, Avenatti threatened to hold a press conference to announce misconduct by Nike unless the athlete apparel company hired Avenatti and his co-conspirator to conduct an internal investigation for over $20 million. So Avenatti was getting away with threatening the Nike apparel, and he wanted $20 million. And this was according to the complaint. Avenatti threatened to hold a press conference to announce misconduct by Nike unless the athletic apparel company hired Avenatti and his co-conspirator for the $20 million. In a separate case in California, Avenatti was charged with defrauding his clients out of millions of dollars in other tax crimes. The California case is still pending. So Avenatti's got other cases, but these ones are in California. He was charged with defrauding his clients out of millions of dollars and other tax crimes as well. So, and this is why the California case is still pending. So, whatever he gets out there, it'll add on to the 30 months that he gets for the Manhattan crime that he has done. And so Michael Avenatti has been sentenced to 30 months in prison right now for the Nike thing in Manhattan. Leave your comments below. I am out.